Belonging to Interact means to me that I can feel I'm helping people other than just myself.
I joined because I'd made really good friends.
And help charities gain money to help people in other countries.
And I'd further my understanding of outside life.
It's helped me grow in confidence speaking in public and people of all different ages, because I can talk to people younger than me, older than me, teachers, adults, and that's been a really useful skill.
Being president of Interact has helped me with talking in public skills, and so I can communicate better.
And it's been really good socially as well. There are lots of really nice people that come along. We do really fun activities.
This summer I also had a youth exchange round staying at my house for a couple of days, who had come over from Brazil and who'd been staying in Germany for a year, which was great fun because it meant I made a new friend for life who I've kept in contact with since. And it was just great fun to have experience a new culture and to help someone experience my culture.
It is such a good way to make friends. I'd recommend it to anyone who just wants to come along to have a whole host of fun.
Well, the Young Chef competition from my school is very important because it allows us to showcase the school, and I feel that is just a symbol of the really good work that Rotary actually does in supporting the community. They do so much good work to support young people.
I think one of the most powerful charitable work that we do is with the shoebox scheme with the Rotarians, which is an opportunity for young people to really consider others less fortunate than themselves. And every year we do a presentation in Assembly where they get to see the impact of the shoeboxes from the young people from the previous year. And I think to see those young people receiving a present, the only gift they're going to get, and to see the look in that young person's face has a massive impact on young people. We produce hundreds of boxes every year. And the students love the programme. We wouldn't be able to get boxes to Albania or to the various countries that we send them to. We also send sixth formers out to help them load all the boxes they've collected from the local area, so they're helping in another way as well.
I think it's brilliant that Rotary have sponsored so many young people to take part in the Ryler weekend and have done so for a number of years.
I benefit from the weekend and gain new leadership skills through the fact that to step back and let other people show their strengths and weaknesses.
I've learnt a lot about how to communicate with people within a team, how to motivate them towards a goal.
Being a good leader isn't always about communication, it's also about negotiation.
Now I'm a much better leader than I was before I went on the Ryler weekend.
When I'm part of a team, use the strengths and weaknesses of other people to my advantage and work together with good communication skills.
I learnt that Rotary have done a lot to help stop the spread of polio in underdeveloped countries and do a lot of work with young people to help build a better future.
Rotary isn't all about old men sitting down having lunch.
Well, enterprise education is an important aspect of the work that we do here, and the Rotarians have been very, very helpful in the development of our work and business skills with a particular focus on enterprise. A good example would be The Apprentice, which we run as, just like Sir Alan Sugar does. We have our own Sir Alan Sugar, who happens to be a Rotarian. He comes into school, he works with a whole number of groups within the sixth form. He provides a sum of money to a whole range of different teams. They have to go out, research their market, decide what product they're going to make, sell it, look at making a profit. They get called into the boardroom at interim points to have their progress reviewed. Some students get fired, but that's part of the journey that they learn. Being a team member isn't always as easy as it seems. And at the end of the process, we do appoint an apprentice who is the principal business studies student for the year. And successful groups can actually keep the percentage of their profits. Another percentage then goes to charity. So it's a fun way of helping young people to learn business and enterprise skills. I think from the contact I've had with Rotarians so far, I've got no doubt that they're really keen to get involved with education generally in this area, but also with business generally.
The college is delighted to be asked every year to compete in the Youth Speaks competition.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to this evening's Youth Speaks competition.
It's a great opportunity for some of our high achieving pupils to speak on a topic of their choice, something they're really interested in.
Is the view of women in today's society stereotypical or not?
They like competing, and I think young people do like competing these days.
Now, I'm sure you'll agree that Tom has brought to our attention a side of the argument rarely heard.
It builds their confidence and their public speaking ability.
They also like the opportunity to work together in teams. They like the opportunity to meet people, young people particularly, and have that bond.
It's also a great chance to go and compete against other schools, which they often do in sport and science, but not in English.
Georgina Dustin will showcase her aptitude for public speaking in a concise vote of thanks. As our school sports ambassador and a county athlete, her insight into the pending Olympic Games greatly aided our research.
They like the opportunity to express an issue and also to show that young people aren't demons when they're often demonised in the media.
I think it helps the development of the pupils in that they are becoming sort of ambassadors for Perrin's School, improving the sort of reputation of the school in the wider community.
With the mock interview programme and the support we receive for that, one of the things they really get from it is an opportunity to meet somebody from the world of work. They have to make an application for a particular job. They have to do a CV and bring that to the interview, and it's held formally just like they would have if they were going for an interview in the world of work. And they have the opportunity to talk through with somebody their skills and abilities, their aspirations, and why they're applying for that particular post. And they also get the opportunity afterwards to have a debrief, to look at the aspects that they've done particularly well and those areas that the particular person helping and supporting them thinks that they really ought to develop for the future. And the students get a great deal from that. It's very different to having a teacher doing it with you, to having somebody from the world of work. They see the relevance much more. And they're supporting us with the Global Young Leaders Conference that we send 2 students every year to in New York, where they meet global young leaders from all over the world. And that helps to develop their confidence, hugely meeting other young people.
It's great to see so many young people coming to the college today and engaging with science, engineering and manufacturing. And in particular, it's nice to see so many girls taking part. And I hope that they don't lose their enthusiasm for the subject or the career for this area as they go through the education system. And events like this by the Rotary Club make sure that that doesn't happen.
We have to launch something into the air 3 metres and it has to go up vertical and you're not allowed to touch it. It has to go off on its own. Yeah. So you have to design a release mechanism for it.
Trying to launch a ball to that green line over there, 3 metres high.
You've got to make a little releasing mechanism that pings that in the air, basically. 3 metres high.
The college has been doing a lot of work recently with local schools from Key Stage 2 upwards to try and switch people onto STEM subjects as potential educational or career options later on. And in particular, we've been trying to change people's perceptions about what those industries have got to offer. And again, events like this, which are interactive and fire students' enthusiasm, are all to the good as far as we're concerned.
We're just sorting out some ideas at the moment. So we've come up with 3 concepts, and we think we're going with this one.
Yeah, we've got a sort of plan. Basically, we're going to put the ball in the cap, and we're going to fire it up.
We're doing a National Diploma in Engineering.
Oh, right.
And in our second year, yeah.
So you should have some ideas.
Yeah, so hopefully we don't. We don't want to let the college down. So obviously it's got to be really good. So
I think for the students, the benefits are that this type of activity gives them the opportunity to use and maybe hone the skills that they've been learning as they've been in their different establishments, following their different curriculums. And this is an opportunity for them to come together with other schools and other students, work collaboratively in teams, develop their communication skills, but also put into practice those skills that they've been acquiring as they've been going through their education.
We're going to use these and as a guide, and then we're going to make a circle like this. I'm confused now. And then, so it'll keep it straight, and then it'll go up. So it'll keep it straight, and then so it'll come back down.
We're not going to have a cup. The ball's going to be here. We are having a cup. Why? Because it's just going to make it more. If the cup's going to make it more more weight on it.
We done ideas, and then we did drafted our first idea, and then we did the final idea, and now we're just kind of trying to draw it out a bit neater.
It's nice to see these youngsters coming into an adult environment and interacting and coping with the situation as well as they are doing, and getting on with the challenge that they've been set. And when you look at the faces and you look at some of the design solutions that they've come up with, some of them are truly initiative and inspiring, and hopefully we might have some of our engineers of the future sitting in the room with us at the moment.
Well, our plan is to put the ball in the middle of this cart, and then we'll put a piece of wire, we'll pull it, the sellotape will let go, and hopefully that will ping the ball up. With a mechanism to pull it so it shoots straight up into the air, hopefully.
And right now,
attach a parachute onto the top
using the plastic
this
bag.
little hook, and using a plastic bag, hopefully gravity will like pull
right
it down.
now we're thinking if we had more elastic bands, then it'll be more powerful when it flies up. So we're also thinking about that. And the other reason is also when it goes up, the parachute might actually slow it down. So we're thinking of how we can launch it works in the air.
I think collaborative events like this that bring students from different schools together in an experiential learning environment really switch on and fire their imaginations. And I think whether BCOT's teams win or lose, BCOT will definitely want to be involved again next year.
My background is mechanical engineering. I worked for a local company for 30 years, holding various positions from quality control, quality assurance, and therefore I've looked at your production today with a critical eye. I've been involved with production, and towards the last few years I was involved with research and development, and that was a great satisfaction to look at some concept and see it through. So what have we achieved today? Well, first of all, you start with an idea, and then you require someone to design something, and then you go into research and development, and then at the end of the morning, afternoon, you come up with a product. And as I wandered around this afternoon, the one thought that sprung to mind was, with the talent in this room, the future for British industry is in capable hands, because you're full of inventors. And can I just say one thing to the boys? Be careful. The girls are coming up pretty fast. They're now involved with technology, and some of their efforts today has been outstanding. I don't know how the judges will reach a conclusion, because it's very, very difficult.